I can't believe people actually dressed like that back in the day. It was like early 2010s. Like, what is that? Why are you wearing a scarf in 70-degree weather? Like, this hipster style is so stupid. I can't believe people actually dress like that. Anyways, what's up, broskies? It's your man, Ricky Dozen. And today, we're going to be working on this Urus right here. I actually forgot what the name of the car is as I'm doing this, and I do not know what the name of the car is. But it's in real life the Lamborghini Urus. I believe this car is like actually fairly cheap. It's like 600k or 500k, and I believe this is one of like the faster SUVs. I mean, not really anymore since we have HSW, but it's still one of the faster stock cars, or faster non-HSW cars in the game. So if you're last gen, pick it up. It's a cheap car. It's really fast. It's a Lamborghini, so it's pretty cool. But without further ado, let's get right into the customization. All right, so right away, let's take out the boring stuff. Armor, race brakes, engine level 4, transmission. Oh, that was an amazing scroll right there. Super transmission, turbo tuning. All right, now let's get into the customization. So for this build, I've noticed I've been doing a lot of vibrant cars. Look at all these vibrant cars in the background. Maybe not the i8, but the i8 it's still in that realm. I'm like, I've been doing a lot of vibrant cars. Or out of pocket cars, whatever. Let me do a more conservative type of look. At first I was like, yeah, maybe I should go for a bright orange or something like that on the Urus. But I'm like, let me go for something calmer. I'll do some like little, things on the customization. But when it comes to the color, let's do a calmer color. So actually, right away, let's go straight to the color rather than going for any of the upgrades. So again, the custom color I have will be put up on top of the screen at the end of the video during the review. So watch the whole video, make it there, and you can get your custom color. But right now, you get to look at it at least. So right here we have this grayish blue, or bluish gray, I should say. And for the pleasant, I want to go for a shadow silver. I like that. Yeah, shadow silver. Looks good. Let's make sure we put on the secondary as well. I don't know if I want that on the secondary. I might want that. I might want like a black or something. Black might look better. We'll see. Let's put black for now, and then we'll see what works out. Yeah, I'm gonna put a carbon black for now. Okay. So let's go back to the top and let's get to exhaust. All right away, exhaust. So we got quad exhaust. Okay. We have titanium quad. We have aluminum quad, a big bore exhaust in titanium and aluminum, trivector. Okay. Ooh, I like that a lot. Whoa. Oh, never mind. I thought it was like this, but it's in the middle here. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's not really bad. Titanium, trivector, aluminum, big bore, in all three of those thingamajigs. I might go titanium for this one. I kind of like how it's coming from this part, but I also kind of like the tri-vector because it kind of hollows this out and it makes it kind of look kind of sick. I don't know. Makes it look kind of cool. I may do that. I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna go for it. Why not? Again, this is my opinion. How I want the car to look like. If you want to follow along, you could follow along. You could copy as much as you want to. I don't really care. So that's what I'm gonna go for. Front bumper. So we got the custom front bumper. Okay. I kind of like the stock more. Carbon custom front bumper. Shark diffuser. Carbon shark. PEGASSI diffuser. Okay, interesting. Carbon PEGASSI street. What's the difference? Okay, so it adds like a splitter and then. Okay, I won't really be going for this, even though it looks kind of cool. I feel like it should be more covered up. And honestly, I kind of like the stock bumper rather than these other ones. They add like a bit of paint there, which I don't really want. So I'm gonna keep it stock. Grill, okay, interesting. So we have chrome trim, carbon trim, street grill, carbon street, performance, carbon performance, roadster, carbon roadster, chrome exposed, intercooler, carbon exposed, luxury grill, carbon luxury, chrome luxury, carbon competition or combination spec. Okay, interesting. I'm just gonna go for the carbon trim. Again, I don't want this car to be too poppy. I just want it to be kind of conservative, kind of chill. But I may add some parts, like maybe something in the hood area. Let's see what we have here though. We have stripped hood. Okay, carbon stripped. Kind of like that actually. I kind of like that a lot. Bevel or yeah, bevel hood. Carbon bevel. I really like that actually. Performance hood. Okay, carbon performance. Okay. Mark One. Dispersion or dispersion. I don't know why I read dispersion. Dispersion hood. Carbon Mark One dispersion hood. Mark Two dispersion hood, and then the carbon version. And then vanity hood and carbon vanity. Okay. I kind of like. I like the plain, like the stripped carbon. That looks really nice. Um, but if I do choose this option, then that kind of forces me to change some other bits to carbon as well to make it fit better. So that kind of sucks. I feel like I can make it work. The bevel hood is also cool, but it's a bit more aggressive, and I wanted to go more conservative, right? So I'm gonna go stripped hood for now. Carbon stripped hood, and then let's look at the liveries. I'm not gonna use them, but let's look at them anyways. Stripes, classic stripes. All right, boring. Orange Toros. That's what the car name is. Toros. PEGASSI Toros. Right. Purple Vandal, blue Vandal, offset globe oil. Okay, so we're getting to like race liveries. Fakaru Winter, Fakaru Ranger, Stronzo stripes, Debonair, and My Match or Mine Match crossover type of thing going on. Sports or Sport Toros. Okay, and that's it. Okay, interesting liveries, but no thank you, not for this build. Mud guards, we're not doing that. Plate, what should we go for? Plate. I think your mum plate is appropriate for this one. I think it's pretty appropriate, and we'll go for the black plate, black and yellow. We did the color already. Roof, you could make it a carbon roof, but then we'd have to change that spoiler. Oh, that sucks. It's not indented. The rigid roof, I would hope that it would been indented rather than pointed up. We have something like this, which I'm not really too familiar with. The roof rack, interesting. But it has an antenna. That's ugly. Vectors and the carbon vectors. Okay, well, for now I won't do anything. I kind of like this carbon roof, but I'm not going for the carbon roof. That's not. All right. Skirts. Primary skirt. You have secondary skirt. Carbon extended. Primary race. Okay. I'm probably just do primary extended or secondary probably. Secondary is probably better. Carbon. I want to keep it smooth though, so I'm gonna put secondary to keep the black. Spoiler. Okay. Oh, cool. So we have an upper spoiler and a bottom. Okay. So we have carbon detail. Okay, that's good. I like that. Arrow spoiler. Interesting. Split arrow. That's kind of ugly. Low spoiler. Okay. Carbon low spoiler or low level. Insert. Or inset ducktail. This kind of reminds me of like a Mustang Mach E spoiler, or a what do you call it? The Ford Falcon from Mad Max. How it had that like fin on the top. Heavily reminds me of that. But I don't really want that for this car. I'm gonna go for this carbon extended right here, or carbon detail. I mean, lower spoiler. Okay, what do we have? We have a bolted ducktail. Okay, again, giving me those Mustang Mach-E vibes. We have the carbon version. Okay, we have this bolted inset ducktail, and then the carbon version of that. Okay, I'm gonna keep it stock. I'm gonna keep it stock. Not gonna do anything with that. See what else we have. Suspension. Let's slam it. Oh, maybe that's too slammed. I didn't expect that. Let's make it like this level. I want it a bit higher than that. Like this is too high in my opinion. Then I think this is probably great. I think this level is perfect. Street level. The transmission. The wheels. All right, so I have a wheel in mind. I think these type of wheels are probably the best wheels to go for on this car. I've really like looked through all the wheels already, and really these are like the only good wheels in my opinion. They're the only ones that really match the energy of the car, right? So we're gonna go for the Forge Star, and then we're gonna make it black, of course, to match the rest of the car, the feel of the car. Carbon black though? Is carbon black the way to go? Not to be too like, because regular black is a bit too strong. Maybe like give it maybe carbon black to lighten up the mood. Why not? Let's do that. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change the secondary color to true color. Maybe that looks a bit better. That was making me think if I should just change the hood back to a normal like hood and just keep that spoiler. And something that's annoying me right now is this white bit right here, this like white strip right here. I don't know why that's not changing, but whatever. I'm not too upset about that. All right, so I'm gonna change this to the custom color, and then I'm going to look at the roof options and look at the hood option. I'm gonna look at the hood option first. Interesting. This might be a bit aggressive though. That's the only problem I have with it. Why not? I'll probably go for the bevel hood. Carbon, and then what else? There's something else I want to change here. Okay, the windows. I kind of want to make it darker because I feel like it needs a little bit more darkness. I feel like it's missing that, right? Yeah, I think so. Make it dark. Anything missing? Besides like the white bits, which I can't change. The roof. And how do we feeling about that? You already have the indented part. All right, I'm not gonna change the roof. All right, and that's it. Okay, so this is the end of our customization. I will have the custom color at the top right of the screen, right there. Shut up, Captain. There you go. Now this is a like bluish, greenish, if you see that, gray color on this car. I decided to go for a more conservative look, even though it's not as conservative. It's more conservative on the color rather. I went for this carbon bevel hood right here to give it a little bit of aggression, to give it some flavor to it. I went for stock front bumper. I have a scratch there, I didn't even notice that. Stock front bumper. I went for a carbon trim grille. I went for these Forge Star rims in a carbon black, I believe. I tinted the windows to light smoke. I put a carbon detail upper wing. Did not put any wing on the bottom one. I have a your mom plate. This is something your mom would drive. Then I put the try something exhaust on it, just to give emphasis to these like cutouts right here, which I kind of, those look pretty cool. I kind of like how they look. And then for the skirts, I put the first option. I forgot what it was called, but just the first option on the list. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, and on the pearlescent, I put a silver, what was that? I think it was like a silver alloy or like a silver gray or silver something. You'll see in the video. But yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the car customization. Yeah, I went for more conservative build than I'd usually go for something more brighter, but like I was like, man, I've been doing a lot of bright stuff recently. I've been doing a lot of extra. If it's not, if the car is just not bright, then the customization itself is a bit like on the extravagant or extra side. So I'm like, all right, let me just, you know, calm it down a little bit. Let me do a build that's more calmer. And I felt like the Urus was one of the cars that I wanted to do that on, because I usually go for a crazier build when I do Urus. But that's about it. So thank you guys for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe, please. So when you subscribe, it gives me confidence to make more content, and also like to put more work into the videos, you know. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.